Today we've got a very special themed Ask an Advisor episode. It's all about how couples can manage their finances together. And to help us go through it all, Glen Hare is in the studio with us. Glen, welcome back to Equity Mates.
Great to be here.
So let's think more generally about tax. Love and tax, the two things Bryce is closest to Bryce's heart.
Very true.
When you're merging your finances as a couple and sort of building a life together, how can you think about tax minimization or tax effectiveness? What are some of the structures or the plans you can put in place? One you mentioned earlier around putting like the high interest savings account in the lower earner's name to get a lower marginal tax rate.
Yep.
But are there any other things that people should be thinking about wherever they are on the journey?
Yeah. So the four would be investments in lower marginal tax rate. The lead onto that, even joint names is better than just having it into the higher income earner's name. Spouse splitting. Super contributions.
Oh, yeah.
So with the conversations around the super $3 million threshold, often we're looking at projections around where our members' super balances are going to go. If one is earning significantly less and their super trajectory is likely to be lower than the higher income earner, then maybe that spouse splitting may be a solution to avoid that particular tax. The other that doesn't get a lot of airtime is family trusts or discretionary trusts. So these are relevant for a subset of the community, but what we're looking to do here when establishing a family trust is we're investing through the trust. Any income that's generated from the trust that can then be distributed to the beneficiaries. So a conversation that I was having with a member yesterday was both of the individuals in the relationship are in the highest marginal tax rate. So when they invest through the trust, that income will be distributed to them. It's going to be taxed. It makes absolutely no difference. Yeah. If, however, one of the individuals in the relationship was on a lower marginal tax rate, then you could distribute that income through to them. And the trust gives you more flexibility for those that have fluctuating incomes. So if you're in a relationship and as the best as your ability, that one in the relationship is going to continually earn less than the other, then you could argue you may as well just have the investments in their name. Because if you have it through the trust, you'd just be distributing to them forever.
Yeah.
Whereas if you've got the investments through the trust and you appreciate that incomes may fluctuate through parental leave potentially, sabbaticals, job changes, whatever the case may be, then the trust does give you that flexibility. The other lead on from that, again referencing the conversation I had yesterday, although they were both in the highest marginal tax rate, their son's 17, about to turn 18. So there's the ability for them to now start distributing income through to their son. And they've got 4 kids. So he's the oldest, so he's the first to turn 18, which they'll be able to distribute to. So they're the key ones. So at the baseline, think about your marginal tax rates as an individual, as a couple. Think about spouse splitting to reduce potential future tax obligations, and then also trust where relevant.
I will say this about investing: everything you do learn is cumulative. What I learned at 20 is useful.